Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a huge topic, cholesterol. And what if I told you that a lot of what we've been taught about it, especially about fat, is, well, just plain wrong?
So let's just jump right in with a pretty bold statement from Professor Sarah Berry, who's a top nutrition scientist. Yeah, you heard that right. The idea that you need a low-fat diet to lower your cholesterol, she calls it nonsense. We're about to find out exactly why.
And this is why this conversation is so critical. A massive 40% of people in the US and the UK have high cholesterol. I mean, think about that. That's an incredible number of people who are probably getting that same old, tired advice to just cut fat out of their diet.
Okay, so to really get why that old advice is just wrong, we have to back up a bit and understand what cholesterol actually is. You know, it's always painted as this bad guy, this villain in our bodies, but the real story is way more complicated. See, far from being a villain, cholesterol is absolutely essential for us to live. It's a key ingredient for making hormones, for creating vitamin D from sunlight, and it's a building block in every single cell membrane we have. It's so important that our own liver makes it every day. Without it, we literally wouldn't be here.
So this is where it gets interesting, with the two main types. The easiest way to think about it is like this. LDL is the delivery service. It takes these little cholesterol parcels from your liver out to all your body's cells. And that's a good thing. The problem is when you have too many deliveries, and the parcels start piling up and getting stuck in your arteries. Then you've got HDL. That's the cleanup crew. It's the pickup service that goes around, gathers up all that excess cholesterol, and takes it back to the liver to be dealt with. All right, so if eating foods with cholesterol isn't the main issue, and if fat isn't the simple enemy we all thought it was, then what the heck is causing those bad LDL levels to shoot up? Well, the secret really comes down to a tiny protein. It's called ApoB for short. The best way to picture it is as an address label that's stuck to every single one of those bad LDL parcels. It's this specific label that tells your artery walls, hey, let me in. So the more parcels you have with this address label, the higher the risk of them getting in and causing a blockage.
And this is the twist that most people never see coming. It's refined carbs. When you eat a lot of things like white bread or sugary snacks, your liver gets this huge rush of sugar it can't use right away. So what's it going to do with it all? It converts that extra sugar into fat, packages it up into brand new LDL particles, complete with that ApoB address label, and sends them right out into your bloodstream. So your own body is actually manufacturing the problem. And it's a real double whammy, because at the same time, certain kinds of saturated fat, we're talking about the stuff in processed meats and butter, do something else. They make your liver worse at its cleanup job. They gum up the works, making your liver less efficient at pulling that bad LDL cholesterol out of your blood. So you're making more of the bad stuff, and you're getting worse at clearing it out. Not a good combo.
So, if that's the problem, what on earth can we do about it? Well, here's the really cool part. Your diet has some secret weapons, and they are incredibly powerful.
Scientists have actually put together what they call a portfolio diet. It's not just one thing, it's like a team of superheroes working together. You've got healthy polyunsaturated fats, soluble fiber from things like oats that literally traps cholesterol, plant proteins, and these cool things called phytosterols that actually block cholesterol from being absorbed in the first place.
And get this, the results are just staggering. Sticking to this kind of eating pattern can lower your bad LDL cholesterol by up to 30%. I mean, let that sink in for a second. That's the same kind of drop you see with powerful statin medications, but you're doing it just with food.
So here it is, maybe the single most important takeaway from all of this. The best strategy isn't about less fat, it's about better fat. Eating more of the right kinds of fats, these polyunsaturated fats, actually helps your liver's cleanup crew work faster and more efficiently. It's like giving them a turbo boost.
Okay, let's boil this all down. What's the game plan? How can you actually put this into action? Because it turns out this can work surprisingly fast. And that's the really motivating part. You don't have to wait months and months to see if it's working. The science shows that making these kinds of simple changes to your diet can start to lower your cholesterol in as little as 10 days. So here it is, your 3-step action plan. Super simple. Number 1, swap your fats. Don't get rid of them, just swap them. Less of the saturated stuff from processed meat, more of the healthy fats from nuts, seeds, and olive oil. Number 2, favor fiber. Trade in that white bread for whole grains, beans, and lentils. And number 3, be really careful with those low-fat labels. Oftentimes, all they've done is taken out the fat and pumped in a bunch of sugar and refined carbs, the very things that cause the problem. Which, it leaves us with a pretty powerful thought to end on. If the food we eat has the power to lower cholesterol by as much as 30%, it really makes you wonder, doesn't it? For so many of us, could the most important health decisions we make actually happen in the kitchen and not in the medicine cabinet? Something to think about.
Click the subscribe button to stay updated with VitalSpan Labs.